First, let me say I don't feel real comfortable saying this. I don't like saying it. I wish I didn't have to say it. I realize some of you are not going to like hearing it, but I do mean it. I do mean it, and I think it's time to say it, and I think it's time for people to hear it. And I hope that you'll take it to heart. I hope that you'll listen. And I hope you'll spread it to people who could be affected. I'll just speak for myself first. If some people show up trying to take me with their faces covered in plain clothes, not identifying themselves, not presenting a warrant, don't seem like real law enforcement, and they're trying to get me in a minivan, I will fight for my life. And I will likely lose it if there's 5 of them, but I will fight for my life, and I will fucking take somebody with me. Because I'm a U.S. citizen and I haven't broken any laws and I don't have any warrants. If you are a U.S. citizen and you haven't broken any laws and you don't have any warrants, and they come for you with their faces covered in plain clothes, failing to identify themselves, refusing to identify themselves, trying to put you in a fucking Honda Odyssey with some regular state tag on it, fight for your life, fight for your family, fight for your home. Because if that happens a few times, I promise it'll put the brakes on this bullshit. I don't know exactly what's happening, but some of these people are not ICE. They're not ICE, and they're not law enforcement. And you can tell by the way they're dressed, and you can tell by the way they act in these videos, and they're plainclothes people who are awkward and cumbersome in their movements, using regular vehicles that don't have any official markings, and they don't have warrants, and they're not identifying themselves. They're not giving any information to the people left behind when they take who they're taking. My theory is that these are just some white trash Nazi fascist clown fucks that they have somehow sort of recruited and deputized into taking these actions, and I don't think it's legal. If these are January 6 folks or Proud Boys or whatever, it's likely they're fucking child molesting, rapist, criminals anyway. But I know we're all being nonviolent, and I love that, and violence is not the answer, and I love that. But if you come for me and you don't have me 1,000% convinced that you're real official law enforcement, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight for my life. And I might end up losing it, but I will fucking take somebody with me. It will either be your worst day or your last day. And I want to encourage every American to adopt that attitude. If you're a legal citizen or a legal resident, even if you're an immigrant, if you're here legally, you have a legal right to be here, and you're following laws, and you haven't broken laws, and you don't have a warrant for your arrest, if they're going to send you to a fucking death camp in El Salvador, let's do this now. If you're going to send me away to die, I'd rather die defending my family and my home and my vehicle and my own life than to starve to death in a concentration camp in a developing country. So, whether you agree with me or not, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I didn't make the video for everybody to agree with me. I'm telling you, that's how I feel, and that's how I will govern myself. And I want to encourage anybody with balls to govern themselves that way as well. And I would like for you to share this video so other people can start to think this way. Let that happen a few times. Then people will look at, well, who were these people? Oh, they really weren't ICE. They really weren't law enforcement. It really was a pedophile January 6th guy. I'm not condoning violence against law enforcement. I don't think these people are law enforcement. That's the point. I think there are people breaking the law and breaking the Constitution and kidnapping people. And if you're going to kidnap somebody, you should be fully prepared for the possibility that that person might take your life while you're trying to take theirs. Just like if you break into my house and I'm there I'm gonna probably do my best to shoot you. And I'm a liberal, but like, you came into my home at night. That's one of the best ways to get shot. So I hope nobody's real fucking surprised when it happens. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Sorry this one wasn't funny. But I mean it with my whole heart. I hope I don't have to prove it with my actions.
Okay, the tape is a little hard to hear, but if you listen closely, you can just make out what the president is saying as he enters the Oval Office today with the president of El Salvador.
Criminals next. Yeah. I said homegrowns are next. The homegrowns built. You got to build about 5 more places.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right.
Laughter all around. That was Donald Trump today talking to the president of El Salvador, a man who calls himself the world's coolest dictator. And you could hear there what sounded like Trump promising that he's about to send to a prison in El Salvador the, quote, homegrowns, meaning U.S. citizens. He says homegrowns are next. You're going to need to build about 5 new places.